What is going on, guys? It's Keith McMillan with the Off the Mat podcast, and I'm here with
Mr. Brian Harris. How's it going, guys?
Hey, it's another beautiful week. It's been a really nice. The weather's been nice lately.
What do you mean by nice? I mean, it's December and it's like getting up to 60 degrees. That's not supposed to happen.
I'm not from Kansas City, so I'm not sure if what's going on. I think like next week it's supposed to snow, but
I'll tell you what's going on. Global warming's going on.
hey,
It's real. It's real. Fucking real. All right. I don't want to go into global warming or nothing like that. Yeah, that's a little too extreme.
You
Yeah, we ain't ready for all that.
You don't want to talk about Trump's what's going on in Trump's campaign or anything?
What's going on with this campaign right now?
I really don't know. I saw something like
there's always some wild shit going on.
Yeah, there's always something crazy going on, but I'm not too educated on that subject, so
yeah, no, both
I'll
sides
steer
are
away.
out of control. All right, man. So let's hop into the fight card first from over the weekend.
Yes.
I obviously owe you longboards.
Longboards next week. Hopefully, I think I'm gonna get it before the podcast, just so I can. I'm not gonna eat it on air because I'm a sloppy eater, but I want to, have a sponsorship with longboard. So I'm gonna talk about how delicious it is and how even more satisfying it is that I got it because I want a bet.
There you go.
Wait, so what made you think Kevin Lee was gonna win that fight?
Dude, here's the thing. Kevin Lee, I've always been impressed with Kevin Lee, but I've never been like overly impressed with Iaquinta. Obviously, I made a mistake in that,
Yeah, and I think he said it. Did you listen to the post-fight interview or
no, what did he say?
He was just because someone was like, Khabib looks slow, and he's like, yeah, everyone looks slow against me. He's like, maybe I'm just that good.
Yeah.
Anyone ever thought of that?
Huh.
So I would love to see him.
That's
versus,
interesting. Yeah.
But it's true now.
Because he is like one of those guys where I'm always like, yeah, I see it the other way.
Yeah.
I don't see it like he's that good. I just see it like, hey, so-and-so looks slow against him.
Yeah. So I think he's a real deal. He beat some big name fighters now. Obviously, he didn't beat Khabib, but he probably had the best performance that we've seen against Khabib, especially in a 5-round fight. And I would love to see him against a Conor McGregor or someone next.
So, yeah, okay. I was about to say, what's next for Mr. Raging Al?
I mean,
based off what you're saying,
either Conor or Tony Ferguson would be a good fight because Khabib. We don't know how long Khabib's going to be out yet.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on. Have you even heard anything about that?
No, I have not.
I haven't heard nothing. But apparently, I saw like Conor posted something today that he's like ready to go in 2019. So I guess he will be fighting again. I just don't know specifics or anything like that. But
I mean, I think Al deserves it. He's always complaining about money, and we all know whoever fights Conor gets paid.
They were. I don't know if you saw that. Like Dana, there were like rumors that Dana was thinking about doing a like lightweight tournament-esque type deal.
That'd be amazing.
Where it's gonna be Conor and Dustin Poirier fight each other, and then Khabib and Tony Ferguson fight each other, and then the winners of those fight each other for the belt.
Well, that's not really a tournament though, because Khabib's kind of the champion unless you strip him.
That's what I was saying, but I mean. It's still tournament style, regardless of if he's champion or not. They're just saying that I don't know.
I mean, I like Conor versus Poirier, even though we already seen it, and I think the result.
I think that's ultimately what it is them being able to get all of the fights that people want to see out of those. You know what I mean?
See, I would honestly rather see Conor do 2 more fights instead of him knock out Poirier, if he does, and then go right back to the title fight. Because nothing about that Khabib fight, told me there's going to be any change if they fight again. It's not like they got caught luckily. Like, Khabib dominated him, and he finished him. Normally when I see someone get finished, I don't want to see it again. Yeah. I mean, I watched Poirier Conor McGregor because it's at a different weight, and Poirier's advanced now.
Yeah.
But that might still
definitely come a long way. By the way, mute your phone if you haven't done that. I forgot to.
It's all the way over there, so
cool.
Hopefully, no one should message me.
Well, I just got like what is this, CBS update?
Ooh.
Yeah. No, NBC.
But I mean, I still want to see Nate Diaz fight. And now it's looking like
Nate Diaz and Conor.
Nate Diaz and Conor, or if they do that tournament, Nate Diaz has to be
Oh, you're just
somewhere.
saying you just want to see him fight in general.
Yeah, he has to be somewhere in there. You can't have these. I mean, I know he hasn't been active.
Who's Nick fighting? Nick has a fight coming up.
Jorge Masvidal.
That's right. That fight. I want to see that.
But Nick's being Nick. And I saw the other day he said, fuck the UFC, Bellator, pay me. And, so.
Oh, did he really?
I mean, Nick's being Nick. So.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Those guys are out of control.
So the chance of that fight happening is less than likely, though the build up to that would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that would be a good fight. Masvidal, that guy's no joke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would be very interested to see that fight. If Nick Diaz is healthy and in shape. I don't know. That's
when it hasn't. I mean, I know he's been partying and he's been drinking like a savage since he's been on vacation, but.
Well, apparently, I mean, up until... From my understanding, he didn't like drink for the longest time.
Yeah.
Until like recently, like the last few years, and then he was just like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, he's living his best life. He's out there,
That term kind of makes me cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
Living your best life.
Living your best life. Yeah, it makes me cringe.
I love it.
Like at this point, like it's so overused now to where I'm
it
just
is.
Like,
it's overused, but you can use it both ways.
You can use it a bunch
like you can
of
like
ways.
mean it. And be like, oh, you're living your best life. You're going doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And also, when someone's like being a fuck up, you can be like, hey, live your best life, man.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
I'm just like, fuck. I don't know. It kills me, man. It kills me.
So, Edson Barboza.
Yeah, that was a fantastic fight. Actually, so check this out. I was actually running around doing things.
Right.
So that was actually, I only saw that fight and then the Iaquinta fight. Those were the only two fights I saw.
You didn't watch?
Oh, and Zak's fight,
Okay,
obviously. I saw Zak's fight and then I left and started doing stuff.
Right.
But, yeah. Edson Barboza, man. That guy looked good. He's vicious.
Only because I've been hearing this a lot lately. Is Edson Barboza that damn good? I mean, obviously he is that damn good. But does that show how better everyone else is that beat him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? Hold on.
So I've been hearing that term lately. It's like, it's like when oh my God, who did Conor beat? It's like when Max Holloway won. Remember? And then someone posted, or one of the journalists was like, that just shows you how damn good Conor is, that he beat Max Holloway. And Max Holloway is basically untouchable to everybody else.
No.
No.
I don't agree with that one.
Okay.
I would like to see, me personally, I would like to see Max Holloway Conor. I say run it back.
So there we go.
Run it back.
So now I got it. So now I think it should be Poirier, Nate. Still let them fight. Conor,
I've been
Max.
wanting Poirier and Nate to fight.
Yeah.
I want that fight. They were supposed to fight.
That's right. And then Poirier got injured.
Yeah. I would like to see that one.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about Poirier Conor.
Yeah, I really don't care.
Conor
either.
Habib or Conor and Holloway.
Yeah.
I want to see that. Ooh, that would be good.
See, there we go. So I mean,
I like that fight.
The tournament.
I know they already fought, but one, Max Holloway isn't the fighter that he is now.
Correct.
And then a lot of people say, I don't know to what extent, but apparently Conor had an ACL tear during that fight too. So there's still both sides. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I just want to see it. Run it back, both men 100% healthy. Like the complete fighter that Max Holloway is now. Let's go.
Now the tournament sounds more intriguing to me. Now if that's going to happen,
well, that would be perfect too, because who's next for Max Holloway? Who does he fight now?
I don't know.
Only person that would make sense would be Chad Mendes, but Chad Mendes still has to work his way back up. He's been out of the game for so long, you know? That's the only person Max Holloway hasn't fought, right? They haven't fought.
No. They
Yeah.
haven't fought.
That's the only person that he really hasn't fought that could... I say you give Chad Mendes one or two more fights, and he's definitely right back top of the tier. That guy's a savage.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the only other person in my mind at 145 that can go for a title shot.
Right, I'm kind of over all this weight cutting. You know, I want to see Max Holloway get out of the division. Obviously, he looked like a phenom, you know, when he teed up Brian Ortega, but I would rather see him get out and now move up and have a healthy weight cut. If it's easier on him, that's what I want to see for all the fighters, because think how many fighters we we've watched suffer over the years,
Yeah.
making dramatic weight cuts.
What's really awesome though too is we're seeing a lot of these champions like taking over divisions.
Right.
So like Max Holloway, he's taking over 145.
Correct.
So now the only option for him is to move up because he definitely can't go down. You know, TJ, he's taking over. Well, not necessarily taking over 135.
He's not taking over, and his next fight is going to be really interesting. You guys sell it way more than I do. I don't care to see Cejudo fight TJ because I think TJ's going to. I think TJ sleeps him.
Really?
I think TJ sleeps him. I mean, but I'm also a big Mighty Mouse fan, and I don't think Mighty Mouse lost that fight.
I don't think he did either. I think that they didn't. Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I agree with what he said. Well, I don't know. It was stupid close. I will say that.
I just don't care for this whole like you get a champion. Obviously, they worked their way up. They are a champion now, but I like to see a champion defend his belt before we all automatically call it a super fight. If Cejudo,
you're saying Cejudo,
Cejudo hasn't even defended the belt. Obviously, I think I don't know if that's set in stone, but they're dissolving the
125.
The 125.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he would have went out there and slept Mighty Mouse, then I would have been like, oh my God, that's going to be such a fantastic fight. But it wasn't like, he just dismantled Mighty Mouse. I mean, he gave him a run for his money. Obviously, he won.
Yeah.
But I don't think just because he won that fight, now all of a sudden Cejudo versus Dillashaw is a super fight. Or maybe to me, Cejudo's not that big of a name.
I think they consider it a super fight because it's two champions.
Exactly.
Not necessarily two, but you're saying you don't consider him a champion until they defend.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I can kind of get down with that.
Yeah.
I can see that. That makes sense to me because you always got like those, like, I might get some backlash for this. Matt Serra, come on. Come on.
That was
like, hey, come on.
Hey, it was crazy to see him win though.
Come on. That's all I got to say. Like, okay. Really? You know what I mean?
I hear you. There's a lot of people, if anyone in New York is listening, they do not like
you. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Mad respect for the guy, but come on.
I love him. He's a character. He's one of those characters.
I showed you that video, right, where he was on, because he has his own podcast. He was doing his podcast, and it was for the Tony Kevin Lee fight that was coming up, right?
Right.
Whenever that was happening, and one of the guys in the room, I can't remember who it was. He steps out.
Oh, Jim Norton.
Yeah. He calls him and acts like Tony, and he does it perfectly. And just is a straight asshole to Matt Serra. He gets so pissed. Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But anyway, so back to the fight card. Because we completely strayed away from that. We started talking about tournaments and everything.
That's true, but it's intriguing. I mean, that's how you know it's intriguing. Matt, you got your wish. Bobby Green retired that night.
Did he retire?
I hope you're. Well, he said it in the cage, but we don't know if it's like legit. But you got your wish, Matt. Right. He lost. You don't like him. He's probably stepping away from the game. So congratulations.
R.I.P. Oh, but yeah, no. Then we had Zak's fight as well. One of the other fights that we were interested in. Obviously, the main fight we were interested in.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I know it is awesome. He won his fight. It's so inspiring to get to train with him and watch him work.
Yeah.
And see all the work that goes into, making it just to the fight card and then watching him have that victory. You can't ask for anything better. And if that doesn't push you, I don't know what will.
Yeah. What did you know his orbital bone was broke?
I did not notice. I didn't know at all.
Yeah.
You just kind of looked at him and was like, oh, that's kind of, he didn't touch that much.
I called it right off top. Once his eye swelled up and started going shut, I was like, his fucking eyes broke.
Yeah,
everybody I was with was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, his orbital bone is fucking broke.
Yeah, I wouldn't even, God, what a fucking warrior.
Yeah, that's the most insane part. So your orbital bone is one of your most fortified bones in your body. It's right there with your femur, Right. It's fucking meant to be solid as shit. So the fact that your orbital bone breaks and you still just like, because that happened, that was the first round, right?
That was first
round.
Yeah.
You push through, let's say another 12 minutes, like if it was 3 minutes in, whatever, another 12 minutes of straight war and come out the victor. That's fucking insane.
That just shows you how tough he is, because just comparing it to local fights, if you've ever watched a local fight, guys get touched a little bit and already like to quit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Obviously he's on such a phenomenal high level, but I mean, for him to go through that pain, because obviously the adrenaline, but it died off after a couple rounds.
Yeah.
Like for him to make
I
it
also
through,
think it helped too. He started getting into the rhythm of his striking as
Definitely.
well. The first round was a little bit rough for him. He seemed somewhat uncomfortable, but by the time the second round came around, he seemed like he was in his groove and in the groove of things, and he was really working some of that walking series.
Hey, how big did Trevor Smith look compared to Zak?
He looked very large compared to Zak. He looked extremely large compared to Zak.
Man, I was worried. I mean, obviously looks mean nothing at that level.
Yeah.
Looks don't mean anything, but I was like, whoa. I was like, what class was Zak
I
fighting
thought the
in?
same thing whenever they got in there. I was like, wow, I didn't realize he was going to be that much bigger. The reach, I believe, was the same though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, Zach still, like, the size difference was there, but whenever it came down to them actually fighting, like, I didn't really see a huge difference in it, except whenever they were maybe in, like, the dogfight position on
Right.
the ground. Only that situation it would come about. But, like, striking, like, Zach was still closing the distance just fine, getting in and out as he needed to. He still had his groundwork as well. It did seem like he had a hard time getting the takedown, though. That would be the only thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be interested in seeing Zak fight someone else at 180. Obviously, he's going to need some time off.
It's 185, right?
185. I know I said 180.
You wrote that on whenever
Hey.
you posted it. You're like, yeah, fighting at 180. I was like, we got to talk about this.
185.
185.
I would like to see Zak take on a little higher competition. I'm not saying Trevor Smith wasn't competition.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was. They went to decision. But I'd like to see Zak compared to someone else, because that's gonna be his weight class now.
Yeah.
I don't think Zak has always had power. He has a iron chin.
Yeah.
But I want to see him against more competition.
Right.
UFC, let him fight more than twice a year. Obviously, I know the previous fight was unfortunate. He couldn't make it to the fight, but I would like to see him, because he's a finisher, and I think for me, he's 30. We might be
34.
34.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's not too old at all. He's not old at all.
I
but he's
consider
been
your
up there.
prime to be, at least MMA wise, they consider your prime to be like 32 to 35. That's when you're quote unquote in your athletic prime as a fighter.
But this is his time to really kind of go on that streak and go on a run up the division ladder, because with him fighting 3 times a year, that's time is flying by.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is his year. Maybe he can pick up once he's healthy. Hopefully he comes back 100% healthy and can start running through the division.
Yeah. The best part about the fight was whenever he told DC to stop talking shit. I don't know if you caught that.
Wait, is that what he said though? Do we know for sure that's what he said to DC?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I can text him and ask him.
Yeah, I don't.
Here, let me text him real quick and ask him.
Because someone else said that too, and I was like, I don't. Because him and DC are boys.
Yeah, no. Which I mean, if he did say it, I'm sure it was in like a joking manner. Because
Yeah.
I mean, DC responded in a joking manner.
Because I don't know where this is coming from, and I didn't get to hear the commentary, so I don't know if DC was like, I don't know, talking shit about him, or if there was like a fight prediction and DC said it was going to be like an easy match for Trevor Smith, so I'd be very curious to hear why Zak said DC stop talking shit, if that's even what he said.
Well, because DC was talking about in general, he was saying that Zak shouldn't be going for, because Zak had dropped him. It was the second round whenever it happened. Zak had dropped him on the feet, and as opposed to getting on top and landing strikes in like a dominant position, he put hooks in and started going for submission. And that's what DC was talking about. He's like, look, whenever you drop a guy, you need to get on and start dropping blows. You can't be throwing in hooks going for a submission. You know,
Right.
they don't come to, especially against a guy who's bigger, NCAA wrestler. And at that point, they were up against the cage by him, and Zach was like, "Stop talking shit."
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went down.
That makes a lot more sense.
I know that's the situation of when it came about, but I mean, again, I just texted Zach. We'll see what he says.
Yeah, if Zach can even read the text message.
He can read. He's got one eye.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw he tweeted the other day to somebody that here we go. He said, "Hey, quit talking shit. I'm getting up."
All right, so
oh, that's fucking hilarious.
So Zach did say, "Quit talking shit."
That's hilarious.
Wonderful.
That's just, I don't know. That made me so happy. Whenever they said that he had said that. Once that happened, I was just like, "Yep, that's fucking Zach for you right there."
Yeah.
Hey, quit talking shit. But yeah, no, that was good shit. So now we got Megan's fight coming up next.
Yeah, Megan's
That's the
taking
next
on,
one for the old UFC glory people, unless we see something from Grant here soon.
Cat Zigano. That is one of the. Oh yeah, congratulations to Grant.
Yeah, shout
Grant's
out.
Grant's been cleared of all his charges and will be
cleared.
Will be back in the UFC brass. So
that means hashtag not guilty.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah. Because he's been out for I think over a year now.
Man, he won that. He won that fight.
Dude, he's such a beast. Like, have you ever rolled with him?
No, never. But I heard it's a nightmare.
Yo, the control and power that guy has. Like, you're a child. You're a child, man.
Yeah, I've heard that. And I think he had so much hype coming off the Tuesday night fights because this. I think the Snoop Dogg commentary really like kind of hyped him up too.
Yeah.
And he put on such a dominant performance.
Snoop was talking shit, and then he started beating ass.
Grant Dawson, dude.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious. But it gave it like more of a high profile.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole point of having Snoop Dogg on the Contender Series.
Yeah.
I think just to add that flavor, gets people more interested in the fighters themselves too. Same thing with like Uriah Faber on there as well.
Yeah. So I think it would.
Which he was fighting Uriah Faber's boy, correct?
Yeah, he was actually.
Yeah. So Uriah Faber's like pulling for his boy, and Grant was just fucking him up.
Little biased that night.
Yep.
But Grant came out with the victory, and I'd be interested to see where Grant goes from here, especially him coming back. I think rebuild that hype.
Yeah, I don't think it'll take much. He's an exciting fighter. Like all of his fights are exciting. I don't know if you've ever seen him, whether it's standing up or goes to the ground. Like there's action from start to finish, and he's very technical, and I love watching Grant's fights. So I don't think he's gonna have a problem hyping himself up. I think he'll be able to do that naturally.
Awesome. Hopefully they get that fight soon, and then, I remember the day, the Cat Zigano Megan fight was announced.
Yeah, so that's a awesome fight. I like that fight a lot.
Because I think it was Megan tweeted out, I need a dance partner. I don't know the exact tweet, but it was something like, I'm looking for a fight, and Cat Zigano was like, I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, is that what she did? She responded and said, "I'm your Huckleberry."
I don't know. I'm fucking romanticizing what happened.
Oh, I got you.
But Cat Zigano was like, right here, I'll fight you.
Yeah.
And then literally like the next day it was announced.
Yeah.
Cat Zigano versus Megan, which makes a lot of sense. It's funny, all the videos I see of Cat is like her striking, but we know she's not going to strike. She's going to wrestle her.
You think?
I know so.
Probably.
Because Megan's going to be a superior striker. I mean, unless Kat has something in her mind which she wants to prove that she can strike too on top of her
Not only
wrestling.
that, if you watched Megan's last fight, you took notes.
Yeah, but
let's be real. If you watched the last fight, you took notes.
But I mean, I don't think that's gonna be. I think Megan's worked on that. I couldn't imagine her.
I'm sure she has, but still, I mean, it was right in front of your face. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
You can't ignore it. It's something that can't be ignored.
But I see Megan bullying Cat Zigano, because Cat Zigano I don't think is naturally 145.
No,
she's 135.
So here's the thing, and this is why I think, because I still believe Megan's gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
Even with Kat, like you're saying, if she goes for wrestling or whatever. Here's the thing. One, I'm pretty sure, and we'll have to double check me on here, that Cat Zigano is not nearly as long or as big as Holly Holm. Correct?
Right. Correct.
I believe so. Let me check. Hold on.
I mean, Kat's gonna have her work, cut out for her. I mean, any fighter that's fighting Megan's gonna have their work cut out for them because Megan's so long and rangy.
She's 5'6".
And she's naturally 135er.
Yeah, let's check out Holly Holm. But Holly Holm fought at 135 though too.
Yeah, but Holly Holm's
5'8". So she's 2 inches taller, which I would imagine that she has a longer reach. She definitely has longer legs.
Right.
I don't need to look that up. I can tell you she has longer legs. So I think that Megan's going to have a lot easier time keeping her distance, which is going to be key to not get taken down, obviously. If she can just keep her distance, because she can still... Megan's reach is insane.
Right.
She's very lanky. So she can keep her distance, still land her shots and everything. Because I don't think, like you were saying, striking is going to be an issue for her.
No, I
don't think Cat Zigano has anything that Megan can't handle striking wise.
Right. I would like to see. I need to watch a little bit more of Megan's fights to see if she, because Cat is a brawler and she's not afraid to make the fight dirty. But I don't know if Megan has been in those fights before, because normally the fights I've seen, Megan normally comes out and dominates and kind of outclasses her opponents.
Yeah,
striking wise.
I can't remember her name, but she fought a girl named Tweet, I want to say. I can't remember her first name.
Was it one of her last fights?
Yeah, it was like her last Invicta fight.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, that one she got clipped in that fight.
Yeah, but what I'm saying with Cat wants to get it like in your face and literally make it a dog fight, like kind of stand and brawl. Yeah. As Megan, was more technical and can kind of, pick you apart.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be her biggest issue though, is just making sure that she keeps the distance. Because you can't let her get in. She gets in, she can go for a takedown, and if she gets a takedown, let's hope you worked a lot on your ground game.
I'm sure she has.
I hate to sound critical, but I mean, I still think that she's gonna win. I just think that she just needs to keep her distance.
With the coaches here at Glory, especially with James in her corner, I couldn't imagine Megan not improving by leaps and bounds on the wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I'm
like I said, I'm sure she's been working on it like crazy. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
then we got that, and then we got old Johnny Jones Bones and Alexander Gustafsson fighting that night as well.
Damn.
What do you got?
I mean, I got John Jones coming out, but I mean, that fight was so damn close the first time. People don't remember that. Yeah. People just know John Jones is John Jones.
There's a lot of people that still say Alexander Gustafsson won.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, this is going to be hopefully a sober John Jones coming in with no dick pills in the system. So, we should see what he has. Because remember when he came back to fight OSP, that John Jones looked human.
Yeah. That was actually a weird fight.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird fight whenever he came back and fought OSP, because I think I even put money on OSP just because the odds were like so crazy.
I could never bet against John Jones.
Well, I just did it because the odds were like out of control. Yeah. And it was like his first fight back. So I was worried about him,
If I bet, I should have put money on fucking Iaquinta this weekend, but
yeah,
I don't bet enough. But
was he the favorite?
No, he was like a heavy underdog.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Uh-huh. Interesting.
So,
yeah,
John Jones,
we're both right on that.
I'm telling you. But then again, I had Hooker winning too. Cool. And we're back. Let me get comfortable again. I know on camera everyone's going to be like, oh. Moving around. So.
All right.
What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. I wanted to talk to you, actually.
Oh.
How you doing? How's the dad life going?
Okay.
Let's talk about that. We haven't talked about that at all.
So, I am officially a full-fledged dad. My twins
have been for a while. We just haven't gotten a chance to talk about it.
Right. It's been a month and I think they're a month and a week, almost 2 weeks now. So I've been here. It's intense. I didn't realize. Like, people talk to you about it, about like, oh, get ready, you're gonna have like no sleep and everything, but that is such a real thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get like 30 minutes of sleep and then the baby's back up, and because I have twins, they're on different schedules.
Yeah.
So once one goes to sleep, the other's waking up. And I am paranoid. Luckily, my lady has been through this before, so she's like on top of everything. She kind of knows what to expect.
Yeah.
But man, I mean,
You're
my
just
baby
fucking learning right now.
and everything is fucking scary. Like my baby was wheezing, which wasn't that big of a deal, but to me, I was like, oh, it can't breathe. I'm ready to go to the hospital. Like every
Let's go.
Every little thing I want to go to the hospital for.
Yeah.
But they're gorgeous, and I was worried. I know this is gonna be weird to say, and I probably shouldn't admit this. I was worried that I wouldn't fall in love with them. Ooh, that hurt.
Yeah.
I was worried I wasn't gonna fall in love with them. I guess I can say.
Really?
I didn't, because
What do you mean by that exactly?
I don't know. I was worried for some reason in my crazy mind. I was worried that I was gonna be like, oh, okay, I have kids now, and like not take it as serious.
Yeah.
And the moment they were born, I mean,
I've wondered about that about myself as well. So that's not. I don't think that's a weird thing.
Yeah, no.
I've wondered about that myself. I'm nowhere near in position to be having kids, and I'm not thinking about having kids. But that thought itself has crossed my mind. It was just like, what if this happened? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't think that's completely weird.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never heard anyone talk about it before. So
Well, people are insecure to talk about things like that, man.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
There's a lot of things. Here's the thing. There's a lot of things that people don't say about themselves that they might be embarrassed to say, or they might feel judged for saying. But a majority of people have a lot of the same thoughts about themselves and things like that. It's just a majority of people are too insecure to just go out and say it, which there's not very many situations where you would say it. Like, when would that come up in conversation?
No, correct.
Unless you're talking to like a close friend or something like that prior to, just be like, yeah, this is what's on my mind. But even then, you still might be the type of person that's like, I don't want to feel judged by a close friend, so I might not say it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think there's a lot that goes into that. I think people think that like having thoughts like that makes them weird, but I think thoughts like that are common in human nature. It's just not talked about.
Yeah. So when I agree with you, but now that I'm admitting it out loud, it sounds a little weird. But you know, the moment I held my first child, you know, I just instantly fell in love, and
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe the exact feeling. I think only other parents know what that feeling is. But I mean, it was like,
Hey,
it was
fucking
crazy.
exclude me from this. That's cool.
No, I mean,
I'm just
you'll
kidding.
find
I'm
out.
just teasing you, dude.
You'll find out.
No, a lot of people say that though. Like, they say that mothers become mothers whenever they find out they're pregnant, and fathers become fathers whenever they see their child.
Yeah, which kind of is a head
I mean,
scratcher.
that's what it sounds like happened to you, at least. You know.
It does, but then, and I don't want to. I'm not gonna get too deep into this, but it kind of makes me resent my father that much more.
Yeah.
Because
Was he there whenever you were
I don't
born?
think he was. I don't think their relationship was at that point.
Yeah.
And he was distancing himself from my mother, because I know there must have been rumors going around like, "Hey, this is your child,"
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, whatever
so he
point,
just started falling.
I
out.
mean, as far as I know, he disappeared. I don't know the full story. So, but I mean, God, children are so. And I'm a month and a week in, but it's such an amazing, and chemically in my brain, I feel like I've changed. You know, I do everything for them. And
Yeah.
They help me get up in the morning when I don't want to go to work, or you know, things like that. I know I need to provide for them, so it's not even a question anymore. I'm willing to die for these kids, and I feel like I will go through every fucking hoop to make sure my kids have a wonderful life.
So, does it bother you that you've? I mean, this may seem like a dumb question, or I don't know how to say it, but how do you said you feel like resentment towards your father, right? Like,
Right.
Have you always felt that way, or you just kind of come to like let go of it? As of late, it's come back up because of you having kids. You know what I mean? Because like, I have issues with my father as well. Right. And we didn't speak up until the time he passed away. For about 8 years, we didn't speak, and then he passed away.
Right.
And I don't hold regrets towards that, you know, but maybe I'll feel differently like whenever I have kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's always situations that come about where it makes you reflect on old situations or old scenarios or things in your past, and makes you feel differently about it. So, I mean, I would imagine since your father wasn't there, you would have learned to let go of it.
Yeah, I think I let go of it a couple years ago, because I don't know where he was at in his life, and my mother and him, as far as I know, were never like truly dating or anything.
Sure.
So, they hooked up, they had their fun, and they were both, I mean, they were adults,
Yeah.
but, they was at different times in his life, and who knows, because he has two other kids. My mother had kids, so I don't know who he was. He could have been an idiot, or he could have been like this guy that happened to one night hook up my mother and was like, no way, that's my kid. And he maybe genuinely felt that I wasn't his kid.
Yeah.
But now the feelings recently came up because
you have kids.
Yeah,
of
now
your
I'm a
own.
dad, and I couldn't imagine, even if Leslie and I on our worst day, hopefully we never do, but if we split up, I couldn't imagine being like, all right, well, whatever, take my kids, I'll send money.
Yeah.
And that's going to be my involvement.
Right.
And I don't understand people that are not in their kid's life.
Yeah.
Outside of, unless the mother moves to a different state or something.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine not being a part of my kid's life.
So have you ever had contact with your dad?
When I was 11 or 10 years old, my mother finally got like the paternity test. And we flew out to Connecticut to get the test done. And he was like cool with me. I don't remember any conversations I don't think we had any deep moments. I don't even think he hugged me. It was kind of like, I remember he got me pizza, like deep dish pizza. That's one of my few memories I have. We ate it. We went back to his place. I think it might have been an apartment. We stayed the night there. The next morning we went to court, and the judge opens the envelope and was like, Keith McMillan is 99.9% yours. And it was kind of like, okay, cool. And then we got like child support like that day. And then he took me, we had a bagel. And that was the last time I've ever seen my father.
Or talk to him or anything like that?
We had some weird interactions where I think he tried to like communicate with me for like maybe that first year. And then maybe he got tired of it and we never talked. And then I got in trouble when I was like 14. My mother like called him, was like, you need to talk to your son. And he like got on the phone, and I remember being like, who the like, it was like
Right.
Conor McGregor. I was like, who the fuck are
Like,
you?
really?
Like,
Yeah.
you're calling me like to discipline me over the phone? Why don't you show up? And then
Not only that, I don't fucking know you.
right, and that was the last time I've ever heard my father's voice.
Okay.
So hopefully he's doing well, and as far as I know, his other kids are doing well. They're successful, and they have their own families. So it's not like he's a bad person. Obviously, he was a good parent to them, but between him and I have nothing else to. If he reached out to me, of course I would have a conversation with him, but I don't need any like, I love you, son, or anything. Like, he can go kick rocks.
Yeah.
He is just another human being to me at this
Right.
moment. But he taught me the best lesson, and now I know what it's like to be abandoned. So now I need to make sure my daughters never experience that.
Right.
It's gonna make me a better individual. So in a way, he kind of helped me,
Yeah.
because now I know what it's like not having that other parent there. So, hey, good luck to him. Hopefully he's healthy. But I don't care for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that.
So
I understand that completely. That's kind of where I was at whenever my father passed away.
yeah.
So I get it, man. I get
Yeah,
that.
But being a dad is awesome. It's scary, and I will say this: I know you're one of the tough guys. You're a fighter, and there's gonna be a couple of alpha males listening. If I could, man, the one thing I would do for my daughters, I would breastfeed.
Wait, what?
Yep, I said it. If I could produce milk and breastfeed my daughters, I would.
Why?
Because that formula that we pay for is fucking expensive.
Your girl doesn't breastfeed?
She does, but she doesn't produce enough at the moment for two human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was one, we'd be fine.
Yeah.
But for two, oh
She's
man.
taking like the shit to like help her lactate.
Yeah, I
and
bought a
whatnot.
couple of supplements, and then there's tea, so she's taking that stuff, and it helps. It's
Yeah.
definitely helping. But my
But it's
daughters,
still not enough.
they want to eat. So if I could, I would latch them on in public. You can shame me all you want. I would. I mean that.
Damn. You gotta shave your chest if you're gonna do that, though. You know that, right? You're fucking hairy, bro.
I'm doing everything but researching it because if I find out there's like a 5% chance,
a 5% chance,
I'm doing it,
dude. You're gonna be a meme in no time. Don't do that. Don't do that, please.
But I can't. Man, I'm so fortunate, and my kids are healthy. And hopefully they stay healthy, and it's pushing me to do things like this. Obviously to make money, make sure I provide for them. But now I want to achieve my dreams, and I want to take this podcast with you to a different level, and stay consistent. And I'm thinking outside of obviously I want to take one fight. Also, I'm dabbling with the idea, and I'm not committed to it yet, so I'm not going for it. Is outside of making more videos and filming interviews and stuff, stand-up comedy.
Going back to it?
I mean, yes.
Are you writing?
I haven't written anything just yet. I've been writing more, but it's not comedy. It's not stand-up wise.
Yeah.
But I've been writing a lot more, and next year, 2019, I want you and I to do interviews for some of the fighters before the events.
Okay.
And kind of do a couple
Yeah, I like that.
Fighter profiles. There's a lot of things I want you and I, even if it's like little skits, but I want to be more proactive in the entertainment business because I stayed away from it for so long, even though I work at the comedy club. So there's things I want to do.
Yeah.
So, these kids are really
What's
pushing
awesome that I want to say real quick is how much your lady supports you on all of this, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome for real. Like just the other day, whenever you and I were talking about a logo for the Off the Mat podcast, we were talking about how we were going to figure out coming up with like a digitalized logo. And you just came over and you were like, hey, she's actually been working on some logos for us. Like, here's a couple of them. They were fantastic. I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome that not only is she supportive, but she's contributing as well just because she knows it's something that you're passionate about,
Yeah, she's crafty. She has all these skills that I don't have. And is really kind of weighing on me. I'm like trying to, get out of my comfort zone a lot more because she has a bunch of skills. She can build things. She can make clothes. Like
build things, you mean like Legos or?
No. Yeah. She could put a mean Star Wars. No, she can like build desks and shit. I don't have those skills at the moment.
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about like build a desk like you went to IKEA and you have a desk to put together, or build a desk like here's some wood, here's some screws, get to it?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, and I never had those qualities.
And you can't do either?
Not at the moment.
So wait, if you go to IKEA and get a desk and it's got instructions, you're just like,
fuck,
I don't know what to do.
I'm calling you.
There's instructions, bro. It's got pictures.
I'm calling you. I'm calling Nick. I'm calling some guy.
You're calling Nick. Nick doesn't do that. Nick does construction.
I'm calling somebody.
Oh, fuck.
There's people to do it for me.
You make my head hurt. That's hilarious. That's fucked up.
No, but
what are you going to do whenever you have to put a bike together? You're going to have to put a bike together for those kids. That's gonna come about.
She'll be in my life.
You're going to have her put the bike together?
I won't. I'll be able to do things. I will be able to do things.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, so coming up, you are officially gonna be done with your job.
Yeah, the 24th is my last day.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I'm sure about this. I guess there's a lot more I can say since I am quitting.
Yeah, you're quitting now, so we can talk about it.
So I'm the type of person that likes stability in my life as far as like my finances go, my scheduling, things like that. Like I like everything to be structured and I like to be comfortable. Right. I don't want to ever worry about anything. So I am extremely unhappy where I'm at. Extremely unhappy. A lot of it has to do with new leadership.
Right.
And company direction, but I can't go into like specifics about that.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet about some of this stuff. I still can't go into specifics about company direction because I signed a NDA.
Right, which is fine. I mean, I don't really, I just want to know what's making you unhappy because that's, like I said, it's a big
mostly new leadership and the way we're going about it. So I posted something on Facebook the other day that was extremely relevant to how I feel at work, and it was lack of planning on your part does not constitute emergency on mine. You got that, bro?
I got it, bro. I'm
Nice.
crafty.
So yeah, lack of planning on your part does not constitute emergency on my part.
Right.
And that's kind of where we're at right now. And so, like I was saying, I'm the type of person that likes stability in my life. So the fact that I'm quitting my job, in my mind, speaks volumes about how I feel about where we're going with things. Because I'm working at the gym now, and I'm gonna probably end up doing other like part-time work to try and compensate, because I'm leaving a nice paycheck, livable paycheck. But
Yeah, but you're young and you're not in a position to where you have a lot of, you don't have kids or anything yet.
yeah, and well, plus like where I was at too, it's not the end all be all for me. Like I never imagined myself being there for the rest of my life, So
You never was gonna own a store.
No, I don't want to do that. But no, I got to. I'm at my 4 years, and I was, a lot of it has to do with new leadership. Man.
What
So here's the thing, like I've been second guessing myself and questioning myself the entire way through.
Of course, why wouldn't you?
I'm like, man, is this the right move? I'm taking a monstrous pay cut. I'm gonna have to worry about benefits come July, because I'm still covered under my mom since I'm 25.
Right.
Shout out, mom. Thank you for that. So still covered under my mom until I'm 25, or 26, and I turned 26 in July. Once July hits, your boy's not medically insured anymore, so I got to get that figured out, because I won't be able to get benefits through wherever I'm working unless I'm at full time, So
Right.
I'm leaving that. I'm leaving so much, and yeah, it makes me nervous, and I second guess myself, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And every single day, whenever I go into work, something happens, and I'm like, "That's why I'm quitting. That's why. Never mind. That's why. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it.
Dude, you need those constant reminders, to make sure,
Every time I'm on the schedule, I get a reminder.
Yeah.
Every single time. Like I've been off the last 2 days, and I've been sitting there double guessing it. Promise you, when I go into work tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, never mind.
You'll be fine, man. And luckily, I think something else will open up.
Yeah.
I believe everything happens for a reason. I am one of those people. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So,
Here's the thing. Like I've come to terms with it all now at this point. I just need to rebuild in the right direction, the direction that I want to go. I think I'm at that point in my life where I've come to the conclusion about a year ago that my happiness doesn't have a price tag on it. So as long as I can pay my bills and live, I don't need all the extra as long as I'm happy, know. So I'm gonna do the things that make me happy as long as I can still pay my bills and whatnot, and then hopefully from there my goal is to try and make those things grow into something more lucrative and more, do more than pay the bills, but still like path it in the right direction.
What are some of the things you would like to do?
So that's the thing that I'm trying to figure out a lot of. Obviously, I'm working more at the gym now. Which, I've been talking to Matt and Zach a lot about that, so we've been discussing that. And I have other part-time options as well that I'll use to to keep me level, and then from there, look into going to business on my own. I'm just not entirely sure how I want to go about that.
Hey, I don't think there's any rush, and there are like 50, 60, 70-year-olds that are still trying to figure out what they want to do with their life.
Yeah.
So I think you have...
with where I'm at financially, like I have the means to start going towards something on my own, but
Right.
I just don't know what direction I want to go, and I don't want to just fire from the hip, something like that. You can't just do that. Just be
no,
like,
you can't.
You
can't. Trust me, with all my ideas, especially if I was to head back into, stand-up comedy or anything, it would be a lot of me doing it for the passion and not for financial reasons, because there's not a lot of payments. Doing stand-up comedy is it's like anything you do amateur. You don't get paid. People want to see you, and they want to see a good product, even though you're not getting paid, and you're still learning and you're still growing.
Yeah.
It's a lot like fighting in that sense of, you book a show, an event, you show up, and either you can get slept or you can put on a great performance.
Sure, yeah.
And it's scary. So whatever you do, good luck.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this continues to do well because
the closer that we get to it, the more comfortable I feel with it.
Good. And you should.
I will say that.
You're not gonna be one of those people though that like I mean obviously restaurants different that like you're gonna quit and then all of a sudden you're gonna shop at Target all the time. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Your business?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, I mean you're leaving now. I mean,
it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean I will be tagging Target on this video.
Don't fucking do that, Jesus Christ. No, I'm sorry. I completely just drew a blank. What did you say?
It's alright.
I completely just drew a blank after that.
You know, sometimes I drew a blank.
Oh, if I would go back there and shop?
Yeah. Like all the time. Like I have people that quit the restaurant and they always show up.
We have people like that just like show up all the time, and it pisses me the fuck off because they'll go around and fucking talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I need you to get the fuck out because I need them to do some shit. They can't do that when they're talking to you for 15 minutes about some stupid shit.
Right.
Like, fuck off. Get out of my store.
Right.
But no, I'm not gonna be that guy. I mean, I'll pop in every now and again, but I'm not gonna go around and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" and talk to every single person, you know. But I mean, I've worked with those people for 4 years, so there's a lot of people that I'm gonna talk to for the rest of my life, I imagine, or at least some of them, you know.
Do you think so? Because I feel like I've made a couple like friends from work, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And the moment that they quit or they get a new job, like you hear from them maybe for like another month, and then that's it.
I think there's very few, but there's some that I'll still talk to.
Cool.
You know, at least on occasions. It might not be like a weekly basis or anything like that, but it might just be like, hey, checking in, you know, happy birthday, you want to grab a drink sometime, whatever.
That's dope. I think that's important. I even though I work at Glory MMA in Northland, even though I work here, I think you know, I don't feel it. It's not a job to me.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I've had too. Like, whenever I leave the house and people are asking me like, "Hey, where are you going?" Like, I always say I'm going to the gym, but I've just recently started training myself. Like, I need to, because I want to take it more seriously as well. Like, if I'm gonna take on a more serious role here, then I need to get myself in that mindset. So I've been training myself to say like, "Hey, I'm going to work." Unless I'm truly going to train, then I'll just be like, "I'm going to the gym." You know what I mean?
I know what I'm saying, but I love it. And the people that, you know, we come across here are all such amazing individuals that are, everyone's at such a different point in their lives, which I think obviously that's life. But it's awesome with some of the people we come across, big or you know, celebrity or not. It's amazing. So I'm hoping to find more things like this. Working here and have an opportunity to like branch out, doing podcasts and everything, pushes me more to find a job that I love.
I just want to say, man, I'm having a fucking blast doing podcasts with you.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
I'm really enjoying it. And you know, it's crazy. I was talking to somebody last night. I don't remember who it was, but they asked me like if we like plan out what we talk about before a podcast and whatnot. And I was like, no, not really. I mean, we come in with like ideas of things that we want to talk about, like previous fight cards, upcoming fight cards, and then relevant things in our lives, like you having kids and me quitting my job, you know. But it's not like, it's not structured like that or anything. We just come in with ideas and just bullshit, you know.
Yeah, it's
that's
fun.
The main thing I think for us. I mean, we're just having a good time, you know.
Yeah, it's natural, and I will say though in the future it's gonna be a little bit more structured.
Probably not, but we'll see.
Not. I just want to say that for the camera, but I don't mean that.
He means it, but he doesn't.
Yeah. But I'm good, man. You good? You good with this?
Are we wrapping up? You want to wrap up?
Yeah. I think we should. Unless you have something else you want to bring on.
No, I'm good. I need to go get another Zion. So, man.
Yeah, go get your energy crack, and I will.
Zions. Hey, can you tag them in this?
We're
gonna tag them in this. Zions. Hey, hook me up with that sponsorship. I spend too much money on this stuff.
I'll tag them, and then, like I said, I'm tagging Target. It's gonna say,
don't tag Target.
Brian talks about how shitty management is.
Damn, dude, don't say that. Fuck. No. When are you uploading this? I'm still working till Monday.
24th.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, weekly. The production value is going up, and hopefully, I'm adding more. There will be more stuff in 2019. I want to do videos, interviews.
This episode you should see up on the Facebook page too. Creating a Facebook page for that, And then you and I need to dive into iTunes.
Yes, I've been. Brian will take care of the iTunes. If there's anything else I can think of, I want to do it.
I really want to do iTunes and YouTube. I think those are going to be the main ones.
Yeah, I want to do skits too, but that might be something branching out from the Off the Mat podcast. But you know,
like skits. What do you mean skits?
Like I don't. I thought of a skit. Well, I'm not gonna.
All right. We'll talk about it.
But
like
comedy stuff, because especially if I get back into stand up comedy, and yeah, I have so many things I want to do, and I think having you as my partner, we can create a lot of things. And
sure.
And yeah, that's it.
All right, we'll see you next week, guys.
All right, thank you guys.
Everybody have happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Fuck it, Merry Christmas.